Hey there, gang. This is XB Walker, my first live stream in a very long time. Probably, I don't know, 6 months or more. I have had a lot happen in the past 6 months or more. I moved from Vegas to the East Coast, so I've been pretty much deep in work this entire time at my new job and just haven't had the energy or the time to really live stream. And I figured, you know what, I need to change that. I need to get moving with this and start putting out content again. Normally, I mostly do tutorials and stuff. Most of the people on this channel are folks who either played War of Rights or Conan Exiles and followed my tutorials, and I got a lot of folks that way. But I'm going to be doing some Manorlords today, mostly because it's early in the morning. That's why I'm talking so quietly. It's 7:30 or so here on the East Coast, and I'm pretty sure no one's going to be watching this. But hey, you never know. I figured I'll record it and try to get this channel sort of waking up and moving again. So anyway, here we go. We're going to choose, and this is going to be a very mellow game. Very mellow game. So, name, let's just go with the classic XB Walker. And, you know, I kind of like the default guy. I don't really like any of the other guys, but I guess this dude looks kind of Eastern European. Let's go for classic cross. Be nice. And then primary color red is disgusting. Let's not do that. And we can go blue. I mean, I kind of like orange, but yeah, why not? Traffic cone color, how about it? And then primary color, let's make it a black cross. A little bit bigger. Right about there should be good. Nothing too complicated, not for this. We're going to go ahead and continue. And there have been new maps added, as I understand. No longer just the valley, we have high peaks. And we have Winding River. I think I read or heard somewhere that the river can flood. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. So, should we do classic? Oh, we're not going to do classic. We're definitely going to do something new. So let's go for high peaks. Why not? I'm living in the foothills of North Carolina. I was right in the middle of the right in the middle of that big hurricane disaster that happened. So that was fun. And let's honor that with some high peaks gameplay. Now, as far as game goes, there's rise to prosperity, fulfill the requirements of your citizens, blah 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 blah, reach large town settlement level. Okay, no combat. This is normally how I would play a very mellow non-combat playthrough. And then there is restoring the peace, which is a combat playthrough, and then on the edge, which is survival. It's just a very hard version of the combat playthrough. Yeah, this is early morning. I don't feel like really fighting much, so we'll do this playthrough with the fighting, but without the bandits. So let's see. End goal, domination. Off-map adversaries present. AI aggressiveness is balanced. Let's set it to reactive, because we're going to do our own thing. We're going to fight them at the end, and that's pretty much it. Raider frequency. We're not going to have raiders. Initial bandit camps, none. So yeah, we're going to skip the bandits for this particular playthrough. Just because, not saying I can't do it. I've fought them before plenty of times. This is early morning. I don't feel like being on the edge of my seat through the whole game. Starting season, all this stuff should be fine. We don't need to change any of that. And I think we're probably pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. I've got some music going in the background, but I've got it really low because I don't want to get sued or get my stream muted, which is sad. It's sad that you don't have rights to play music, at least on a live stream, but whatever. It's the world we live in. Okay, and I'm no Manorlords expert, but I'm okay. I've played a few good games, and so we're gonna start by pausing. Every second matters. Woodcutter's Lodge. Let's take a look at our situation first, actually. All right, so we've got berries. Very good. That's easy food. We've got a salt deposit. This is new to me. I've not used salt yet, so I'm not sure what to expect here. We've got clay deposit and a small stone deposit. Those will get depleted really quickly. And we've got animals. So we've got 2 sources of food in our territory, which is great. And right next door we have another animal deposit and animal hunting ground. And then we've got fishing. So this is good. We are in a good situation for food. Let's see. Our enemy is... Oh boy. Is that right next door? Really? Holy crap. Okay, well, he's reactive. Hopefully he won't try to instantly conquer us, because the enemy starts with quite a bit of stuff, if I recall. I'll unite these lands. Alright, so my plan, I think, is going to be cut down the forest here. This will be kind of my forestry area. And then my village will be down here somewhere. And then eventually I'll have, I'll try to take the second territory and get these wild animals and stuff next door. So here we go. Let's go there. Logging camp right up against. Yeah, that should be good. And then we're gonna have, we don't really need a forester for a while. We do need one, but for now we just need to survive. Okay, and then we'll put our foraging hut over here at the end. And I think a granary, if I recall. It's been a while since I played. I think a granary is fairly important as well. So we'll put the granary just over here in the corner. And yeah, that should probably be good. Now, wherever we put our houses, we need to have a marketplace right in the middle of them. So I'm thinking, since roads don't cost any money to build, we might as well just get this done. Okay. And then this will be our central area. So we'll make a market right here. There we go. And there we go. Look at that. We got a market. Alright, so market, everything's placed. Let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. 5 people homeless. They'll be okay for a little bit. I do need to get them into homes right after I get these initial businesses placed down. So we're going to have our food. We're going to have our wood. And then we're going to have our granary. Those are our initial things. Then we get houses down and folks will start being happy and inviting other people. I don't think there's babies or anything in this game yet, or ever will be. I honestly don't know. Let's just take a look. Oh, yes, and a well. I guess until I have a house, I don't need a well, so I'll make sure my folks are focused. Now, when I initially build my houses, okay, let's see, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, holy crap, that's a ton of them, 22 houses, or 22 wood, rather. And then I could change it to houses with add-ons, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, I don't know, 15 initial residents, not too bad. And then you want to make it kind of a long burgage plot, because you want to be able to have them feed themselves. So you put in little vegetable gardens and whatnot so they can eat their own food. And then eventually there'll be more houses right here. These will be smaller houses, but they'll be more specialized, like blacksmiths or whatever the case may be. But anyway, we're not going to do it just yet, because our people, the more jobs we give our people, the slower it's going to be to get anything constructed and done. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Look at them go. Look at the little dudes build. Very good. Halfway done. I have a new message. Heard of your renown, blah, 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 blah. I have nothing to say to you, buddy, but okay. You have no right. Yeah, let's make enemies right at the start. There you go. Alright, let's get that thing going. Where the heck? Where are you people? Oh, okay. They're doing the granary. It's funny how small the granary is considering it holds the food for the entire village. There we go. Okay, logging camp is done. We want to immediately start to employ folks. We'll get, I think 3 is probably overkill. I mean, 2 is really overkill initially, but whatever. We'll get 2 loggers going so that we can start to get a flow of wood going into the village. You can already see our approval rating has dropped below 50%. Until it's 50% or higher, we won't get new immigrants. So our goal is to get the initial infrastructure of our town up as quick as possible so that people can start to be happy and start to move in. But that shouldn't be too hard. Okay, let's see. We got fuel. 3 timber. So we are very low on timber. Hopefully our logging camp will take care of that. Let's speed it up again. Once the granary's up, we'll move all of our food into the granary to keep it from rotting or getting rained on. Sometimes I'll play a game where I remove that effect. We don't have to worry about that. But for the sake of the stream and it not being too easy, I'll make sure that rotting food and stuff is turned on. Just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm not in a mood to really try very hard, I'll turn off stuff like that. But for a stream, I generally will play games at just medium difficulty, whatever the game might be. Alright, so we got our granary going. Very good. He's gonna bring in the food. We do not have a lot of food. Goodness sakes, we only have 2 months of food. We are starting out on a very precarious situation. Gotta make sure this forager hut gets up so we can start to bring in some berries initially. And once the forager hut is up, we're up to needing to make burgage plots. Ugh, we don't have enough timber though. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we're going to, you know what? We're going to assign 2 families to the forager and 1 to the logging camp. And even though we do need those logs, we need to not starve first. That's more important. So he's gonna, we also are gonna need to get firewood pretty soon. But until we have houses, I don't think they burn the firewood. So we'll survive without it for a little bit. Okay, so construction, we've got 4 timber. See if I can get a couple burgage plots going at least. I really need about 10 timber to get this thing started. Let's see what I can do with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, so it needs to be a little bigger. What in the world? Ah, okay, well, let's try that again. There we go. We've got, there we go. That's what we need to build houses for our 5 people. 5 families, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to cost us 10, and we do kind of need 10. So we're going to fast forward a little bit until we can gather up 10 logs. Just slowly but surely getting there. We're at 7. I may have already screwed myself. We'll see. Manorlords is hit and miss on each run. If you can get over the initial hump, you do pretty well in this game. Come on, 8. 9, 1 more? Wait, it was 9, but didn't actually show up. What the heck? Okay. I guess those were not real logs. Hey, he brought another one. I mean, come on. What am I missing here? Do the logs have to be moved somewhere? I mean, look at this. He's bringing the logs with the ox. Maybe the serf has to actually initiate something or like finish moving the logs for them to show up. Because here comes another one. And we're still at 8. Why are we still at 8? Ugh. Alright, so I gotta fast forward some more. Gotta get to that. Okay, we're at 9. I'm not really sure how these numbers work. Oh, you know what? I think it counts them before they actually bring it to the woodcutter, to the logger. That's what it is. So as soon as they're chopped down, they're considered part of your city's inventory. Let's see if that's the case, because he just chopped one down here, so it should be at 10. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. But once we hit 10, we can build these burgage plots. Come on, one more. Oh, we're good on food, though. Look at that. 9 months. I'll probably switch over production back to this logger in a second here. Just need to get to 10. There it is, 10. Okay, so we're going to build. We're going to lower the forge hut to 1 guy. That way we can have 2 builders going. And off they go to the races. Let's get a better view of them. I feel bad wasting these trees. I do like the building. I think it looks pretty cool. If you go in real time. That's pretty neat.
Check that doorway's width so that a cart can fit.
Yeah, we gotta get these plots up because we gotta get our villagers making food at home too. It's all about the food and the firewood, and then first few years of this game. This one is almost done. There we go, that one's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to construct a backyard extension. We're going to put in a vegetable garden. Costs 15 money. We have... where's my money? Now I know I have money. What am I? Oh, there it is, 50. Okay, so 15 out of 50. We should be able to build 3 of these at least. So now their garden exists and they're going to start planting. By next season, they should be feeding both themselves and their neighbors, hopefully, and give our berry farm a bit of a break. Foraging hut. Okay, let's fast forward, get the other houses up. Interestingly, the trees are not getting knocked down, so I wonder if they get to stay on the plot. See, we're running out of fuel now because now we have houses to use the fuel. Thankfully, it's not cold, but we do have to resolve that. So let's go to... we need a well, too. Man, the first days are so hard. Firewood cart... Oh, that's the foreign supplier one, so I think it's here somewhere. Woodcutter's Lodge. No. Logging camp. Oh yeah, it is the Woodcutter's Lodge. Okay. We're going to put them over here as well. Looks like this house is done. Another garden goes in. That's 2 gardens now. 1 more and we should be golden. They're probably going to build the firewood thing, which is probably a good idea. In fact, I can change the priority to high just to get this thing done, so that we start producing firewood for our people. Alright, get that thing built, folks. I guess you're still not doing it, but that's cool. So we have a pretty good situation here if we can get the firewood up. They just finished another burgage plot, and we're going to get our 3rd garden in. Alright, 3 gardens is all we can afford. We're down to 5 money, so we're broke until we can start taxing people, which is fine. We've got our burgage plots, and we're probably going to put a bunch more here as well later on. That way we've got a real solid food production area of the city before we even get fields and bread and stuff like that. Ooh, speaking of which, since we're waiting, Let's see what kind of fertility we have for farming. Let's go to field. Oh boy, of course, the fertility is right on top of where I plan to build all of our houses. Great. So emmer is like wheat, sort of. And then we've got rye fertility. If I unlock that tech later, rye is great everywhere here. So this is going to be a very fertile place to build and farm. Let's see, barley, not so good, but it's okay down there. Flax, pretty garbage everywhere. And so, yeah, it's not too bad. This is probably going to be a pretty big farming village. It's going to have a lot of farming going on. So, got to keep that in mind. Okay, so Woodcutter Lodge.
I think the window should go over there.
There we go. Alright, Woodcutter Lodge is done. We'll get to chopping them logs. And back to building our burgage plots, and then we'll have all the basics we need to survive the first winter. You can see our folks are already farming in their little plots. Get it, folks. Basically, child labor. You got their kid and the mother. They're working the farm while the father's out building and doing whatever he's doing, working in a job. That's how it used to be, folks. You don't like it? Well, don't play the game. Go play Call of Duty with the female amputee soldier. I forget the name of that game, but it was the World War II one. It was totally terrible. I can't remember the name of it because it's a totally forgettable game. What do we got for timber? Okay, we're at 7. Eventually we'll build our other plots here. And now we just kind of sit back and enjoy the building. $15 months of food, 6 months of fuel. So we're good for the winter, pretty much. And it's only spring. Or it's just now hit summer. There we go. Settlement level increase. We've got our initial 5 buildings. So let's go in and decide what tech path we're going, because we're only going to be able to really go one direction. So we've got pond keeping. We've got a fish thing next door we could be doing. Let's see. Trapping for the meat. Forest management for wild berries. Yeah, I think we're probably going to take this route and then hire mercenaries for our army. So we're going to skip the whole armor smithing line. And let's see, this is more for trade. This stuff is more for farming, which I also kind of need farming as well. But farming comes later. So the most important thing immediately is probably forest management or trapping. So let's start with forest management. Trapping will probably go next, because that's going to help us with our meat situation. But now we should have immediately, yes, 128 wild berries. So our berry situation should be great for quite a long time. Next up, we need to get enough wood, enough timber, to build our next set of burgage plots so we can get immigrants. We're going to let time go for a little bit so that we can get that timber taken care of. Okay, we're at 9. I think 10 should be enough. We're out of fuel again? What? Wait, what? How? We have woodcutters doing their thing. Oh, we don't have, gosh darn it. We have to store all this crap. So, storehouse. At least I think that's why it's saying I have 0. That's just lovely. That's going to make people unhappy. Okay, so let's get that built. Problem is I can't employ anyone at the moment into this storehouse. Let's form the militia, okay? Alright, shoot. How should I do this? Well, we've got food for quite a long time. I guess we'll have to not have anyone gathering it for a bit. Get the storehouse started. And then save up so I can get these burgage plots built. And I'll get a few built initially so we can start to get some immigrants. Oh no, I gotta get water. Okay, thankfully there's a water supply right next to here. And we probably don't have enough wood to do this part. No, we need 12. So what if we just did half? Yeah, that costs 6, not bad. Yeah, that should be enough to get a few immigrants. Which is bueno. We also need a church, but we'll wait on that. We need one thing at a time here. And now that the storehouse is occupied, he should start bringing goods into it. I hope. I'm a little concerned that fuel is still so low. Usually one fuel guy is all you need for, God, the first 20 population or so. Don't know why that's a situation right now. Alright, well, they're bringing stuff in, so that's good. Burgage plots are coming up. Once I get my first immigrant, we'll start bringing in food again. Alright, we're at 51%, which means we're going to start to get immigrants. That's all I need. Okay, very good. All right, cool. I think we've got a stable city going now. Can I rename my city? I don't remember if that's a thing. Yes. All right. Let's see. What's a very German or very European sounding name? Vegas. Very European. Alright. Beautiful. It's about as European as it gets right there. There's more European immigrants, or not immigrants, more European tourists in Vegas than actual Americans. I know because I lived there. Alright. There we go. Sweet. Okay, burgage plot is done. We have 2 free houses. We just need to get immigrants now. Which, that's just a time thing. They show up over time. So now we're just going to fast forward time. Let the good times roll. Okay, fuel's catching up. And the storehouse should have his own stall, if I remember right. That's the common goods stall. There it is. Yep, that happiness is going up. Very good. Let the good times roll. There we go. New family started moving in. Now I can re-employ my berry dude. I could technically put a second guy in somewhere and just not have any constructors, but I don't want to do that. I like having people busy. Or I like having one available to do whatever I need to do. Let's see. Did we get the well up? Yes, we did. Okay, so that's good. So let's see what they're missing. They're missing a church and clothing. Now, clothing's going to come from leather initially, which means we need a hunter. Unfortunately, the hunting grounds are kind of far. Is this a road? Oh no, it's a river. Oh, that's right, because there's a river update now, and you can build little bridges over them. Okay, how does that work? I've not done that yet. Do I just draw a road over it? Nope. Okay. So let's see, where do I find bridges? I would think logistics, but maybe not. Back station. Oh, we need a hitching post for our ox. Might as well put that right next to the water. Alright, so residential, no. Farming, it wouldn't be there. No. Okay, I don't really know. Shrine. Shrubbery. We require shrubbery. Charcoal kiln. Okay, I don't really know where the bridge is from. Maybe one of you can tell me. You have access to Google. That is so strange. What if I... Buildings... I don't see any mention of bridges. Upgrades... Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Is it because it's a creek, so maybe they can just cross it anyway? Let me try something. I'm going to try to build a hunting lodge over there. Where is that? It's been too long. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it's a long ways for folks to go to work. Oh, and there's a big cliff right here. Huh, nice. Alright, we'll see if somebody builds over there, and if they don't, then we'll know that we do need a bridge to cross even a creek. Okay, we got our final burgage plot in. No transported goods, so nobody's brought anything over yet. Oh, right, I need somebody to construct it. Whoops. Okay, this is going to be a Google item, so let me just Google this real quick. Access the road tool in your building menu and then use it to draw a bridge across the river. Okay, well, I tried to do that. Road tool. Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, there's... Oh, Okay, yeah, so the creek is fordable, I guess. They can afford it. Alright, so we've got a hunting family going. I guess it's only a bridge if it's over, like, an actual river on the other map. Alright, well, now we know.
Bring this here, move that there.
There we go, got our final building going. Just in time for someone to move in and build it. Welcome to town, get to work. Now, we are going to need to get a church going, and we're going to need to get clothes for people to feel clothed. So let's start with the clothes. That should be pretty easy. Turns hides into leather. Oh, but it's going to require... Okay, so we're going to need actually boards. Now, thankfully, we can set the amount of boards that we want at any given time. So it doesn't have to be some insane amount that's constantly being built. My goal here is to start bringing in money because we're going to need to hire a militia to protect us against our neighbors there. Okay, we got our burgage plot done. Alright, so we have enough housing now. Oh, a new family just moved in too. Hey! Excelente. Yep, we're doing good on food especially. Got meat and berries. Gotta stock up those berries as much as we can, because once the winter comes, we won't be able to get any food. We'll be able to get a little bit of meat, I think. But I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the meat income in the game is pathetic. Like, you cannot survive with just hunters, no matter what. They just don't get enough meat, even if it's a high value animal spot. Yeah, what is the salt deposit for? This is that one's a new one to me. Let's see. Would probably be under mining, I would guess. Stonecutter. Salt from salt deposits. Well, that doesn't really help me. We'll figure it out when the time comes. Alright, so next up we gotta wait on this saw pit. Let's fast forward time a bit.
Who approved this construction plan? A blind man or a fool? Or perhaps a blind fool?
Alright, saw pit is in place, so now we need to start getting boards made. We do need to set a max so that we don't just turn all of our wood into constant boards. So we're going to... Oh, no. Planks. We're going to set these to... Okay, so shift lets you do it by tens. We'll do 40 planks at any given time. That should be more than enough for most buildings. We're not really going to have a limit on timber for now. That might change, but no need to do that at the moment. Let's see, we've got our logging camp good to go. Everything is running pretty smooth. Okay. So what's next? We've got all of the basics that we need. Next up is going to be a church, but we don't have the boards for that yet, so we need to save up boards. So let's fast forward time. And then we just watch the planks roll in. We're going to need a stone cutter as well here fairly soon, but I think we start with enough stone to get one church down. If I remember, they need 10 stone. Yeah, they need 10 stone, 20 timber or boards. Not enough goods. Okay, so we're at 10. Keep going, stone or woodcutter guy. You're doing it. 20. There we go. Okay, so let's slow it down. Put our church right in what will be the center of town. I try to build everything around a central marketplace and church. Eventually, we're going to need to get a tavern in as well. I mean, you could pre-build it so that you don't accidentally take up that spot. But I'm going to probably end up putting it right here. And I don't need it for quite some time. We can't produce anything until we have rye. Let's get that choich. Once the church is up. Wait, we don't have a clothing supply. We should. We should. We have leather, don't we? Yeah, 12 hides. None have been turned into leather. Oh, because I haven't, yeah, because I haven't built the thing. Okay, whoops. Well, there's another thing we can build. Tannery. We're going to not put that right in the middle of town. It needs not enough goods. What do you mean? I have... Oh, I don't have enough boards. Okay. Just wait a minute till the boards show up. Come on. Come on. I believe in you. What is our saw pit guy doing? Come on, buddy. Get to sawing. I demand more wood. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. We only have one hitching post, which doesn't even have an ox on it. Might as well upgrade that. But we need additional oxen in order to do more than one thing. Right now, they're all busy just moving wood to this church to build. Yep. That's okay. We've got enough supplies to survive the winter. That's what matters.
This is heavier than it looks.
There we go. All the stuff is now there. Okay, church is built. We don't need a worker, if I recall. That guy's only job is to bury bodies. So until we have bodies to bury, there's no need for somebody to work the church. People get access to it regardless. Could be wrong. Might need a person now. We'll find out. But saw pit should start producing wood again. Yep, there we go, 11 planks. Alright, so we're producing wood. Let's go ahead and get our clothing manufactory done. Once that is in, we have all the stuff to start to upgrade these buildings. Yeah, I need 2 at level 2 or higher. Unfortunately, I have no money. I should have probably thought of that. So we're actually going to need a trade or 2 to start making money. Logistics, no, it's a trade. Trading post. Thankfully, it's very, very cheap. So we're getting a tannery and a trading post up.
Splendid work on the roof, good sirs. Is this smooth enough?
Yes, we have the housing for 10 people. We could increase it, might as well increase it by 1. Now, I gotta remember, how do I export goods without opening a trade route? Because I have to produce gold somehow. I hope I didn't screw myself here. And yes, church access works even if nobody's working at the church. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Okay, so upgrading a building doesn't require money. It just requires goods. Okay, that makes me a little bit happier.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Storehouse is full. Oh man. It's full of firewood. Oh god, did I not put a limit on my firewood? Alright, what do we got? So 21 months of firewood if at 400, what is it? 400 firewood was it? 200. Okay, so let's set it to 100 so we don't have some insane amount, because that's kind of ridiculous. Advanced. Oh, you can't tell them. What is that about? So you can set a limit on timber and on boards, but not on firewood. That seems a little wonky. Alright, let's lower that down. You know, we're just gonna take time off of firewood for a while.
I gave the old ox a handful of month-old grain. He spat it in my face and tried to guard me a new nipple. Why do I have to carry this alone?
Okay, yeah, we've got enough firewood for the next 5,000 years, so let's just not. Okay, trading lodge is done. Now, if I remember right, I have to open up any trade route in order to trade at all. There's nothing initially available. Yeah, so for now, that's just going to remain unoccupied. We don't need anybody working there.
Watch your head there.
Woodcutter's Lodge has way too much freaking wood. Holy crap. Thankfully, there's nothing else we need to store at the moment, but dang. Alright, saw pit's good. Okay, so I should be able to upgrade another burgage plot to level 2. Why does it say I don't have enough wood? Is it because this one needs the wood? Oh yeah, that's why. Okay. Fast forward. Alright, we have our first fancy home in town. Now we move on to the next one as soon as I have enough supplies. Supplies! Sorry. UHF reference. If you're a very cultured individual, you will have seen Weird Al's only feature film ever made. Terrific movie. Complete with, I think, you know, I might be wrong here, but he did a video, a cover of, I can't remember, I Want My MTV or whatever the name of it. I Want My MTV. He did a cover of it with 3D animation, and I think it was the very first music video with 3D animation ever made. I'm pretty sure. You can Google it and tell me if I'm wrong there. I know that Tron was the first computer effect movie, and I think Weird Al's music video about the Beverly Hillbillies was the very first 3D animated music video ever made. What is the deal with my wood boards here? Why am I not getting them? Yeah, I've got two people working it. 12 planks. Oh, it's because the storehouse is full. Ugh, come on. So I basically need to burn through. I need to burn through wood just to get to the wood. Goodness sakes. Okay, how do I solve this? I'm not too sure. Okay, there we go. Upgrade. That'll take 8 boards. I'll take 8 boards, which will make room. Alright, cool. Because I don't want to build another storehouse. I'd rather upgrade this storehouse. But I can't gather enough wood to upgrade the storehouse, which requires wood. That's hilarious. Okay, so each of these plots disconnected. Wait, what? Oh, and then it went away. Alright, well, each of these plots produces, I think, 1 gold per season, which is not a lot, but it's cumulative. As you get more and more, it gets easier. See, there we go. We're upgrading another. Man, we are so good on... we are so good on boards, or on firewood right now. Well, let's get some folks back into the berry picking season. Oh no, it's not there yet. Okay, well, we don't want to waste labor. We did upgrade, so I'm really hesitant to use trapping because I don't think it really works very well. It gives you supposedly a passive income of meat, but if it is an income, it's so small and pathetic, I hardly notice it at all. The other is I could do beekeeping, which I've never actually done before, but I'm told it's a nice little extra source of food. And I do kind of need to stick with one path here. You can't really multi-path until they add more levels for your towns. Pelt extraction. Beekeeping requires a lot of people, too. Charcoal... I found wood burning's fine. You don't really need the charcoal very much, but that's just me. Heavy plow, sheep breeding, orchardry, which eventually pays off quite well. I do want to get up here before my town maxes out, because I want to get rye and irrigation. That's new. Huh. I haven't played for a while, as you can tell. So let's go, it's painful. It's painful. Beekeeping. Oh, God. All right. And then keep the good times rolling. Wait till March, and then we can start picking berries again. I mean, we're good on food and fuel. We're actually doing great. All right, March is here. Which means the berries will be back. Let's get a berry picker going. How's our storehouse doing? Is it still full? Yes, it is. Ugh. Oh, you know what? I can fix that. I can do a militia. That'll get all that stuff out of there. So it should be spear militia, if I recall. Yup. And they'll all come and get the crap. Come and get your stuff, folks. Arm up. Do the women get stuff too? Oh no, I think they're just getting it and bringing it home. Okay. A female spear militia in the medieval ages doesn't seem very realistic unless you're in Scandinavia, maybe. There we go. We've got room, which means our saw pit should start delivering stuff to the storehouse, I think. I think that's how that works. Again, it's been quite some time. Oh, there we go. Upgrade another one. Alright, so our next level requires 5 burgage plots at level 2 or higher. That should be no problem. We're going to have to build a few more burgages, which we're going to need to anyway, in order to hit the level 1 requirement. In fact, I might as well. I mean, I've got the workers. It becomes a cascade of trying to feed your people versus trying to have enough people. Now, if I reduce it, 246 versus 5. Yep, that's what we want. Okay, we're starting to slowly bring in the money. Upgrade another burgage plot. Alright, so we've got our little row of slightly less impoverished people that are going to be living here next to the church. We need those middle income earners to tithe, folks. And then these also need to be upgraded, but not right now. And we have the spare labor, so we might as well start foraging for tons and tons of berries. As I was saying earlier, I don't think hunting camps are very good. The amount of meat they pull in is so minimal compared to how many berries the berries pickers can go. So I'm not really caring much about the hunters at the moment. I don't really put points into that tech because I haven't found that it pays off very much. Even the traps, they don't seem to make a massive difference to me. Okay, we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one more should get us to 5. Which we're almost there, almost there. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Now they should be bringing in vegetables and stuff next season. Yeah, see, they've got vegetables in their own stock, so they'll start selling them, I think, at the marketplace, if I recall. Or they give it to the granary, which sells it at the marketplace. But either way, they're all stocking it in their own houses at the moment. Yeah, 15 months of food, 17 months of fuel. We are in great shape. Now we just need a source of proper income so that we can buy mercenaries and conquer our neighbors. So administration requires stone. I guess I need to finally mine the stone out. It's all the way up here. Oh, that's a long run. Should I build my stone thing next to the stone or just down in my village and then they can make the run up to go and get the stone? I'm probably going to just put it down here for now. It's not a lot of stone, it's just an initial amount. I need to upgrade this storehouse. It is time. This is such a pretty game. I mean, look at this. I'm one of those zoomed out players. I mostly just play at the strategic level, but it is good to zoom in and appreciate the beauty once in a while. Got the little creeks running through. This creek, apparently you don't need a bridge to cross it. The river map you do, so That'll probably be my next playthrough, is the river one, just to see how bridge building goes and if it's cool, if it's functional. Alright, we're getting money now. Settlement level increase. Vegas, our very European named city. Now, I could go advanced beekeeping, which lets me collect wax, and I can sell the wax on the trader, and I think... Let's take a look real quick. I think wax sells fairly well. Candles... Oh, it doesn't say... it says a trade route is required first. Oh, come on. Killing me, Smalls. Alright. So what should I spend my point on? I mean, this is money. Up here is the more practical route, because I want to get to rye and irrigation. I'm probably going to go this way as much as it pains me, because I need to get to rye especially in my territory, because I have really good rye fertility here. That makes me sad. But let's look into an apiary. Since we're here, farming. Is it farming? No, it's not. What is it? Gathering? Okay. Apiary. Workers collect honey. Every region can sustain up to 2 apiaries. Okay. And it costs planks. Why don't I have any planks? I haven't been building anything. Saw pit. Do I not? Okay, I have timber. What's up, y'all? Why you not getting my boards? Get my boards. Do your job, slaves. I mean, peasants. Yeah, okay, well, I guess we just fast forward time a little bit and try to gather up that stuff. I mean, we're doing really good on wood. How much is another ox? Is 20. I think we're going to get that next. Alright, stone camp is done. We'll put 1 stone guy to work so that we're slowly going to deplete that stone deposit, which is fine. Every territory has a small stone deposit, if I remember. I'm really confused as to why I don't have enough planks. I think it's my lack of a second ox to move things, so... Let's order that. Let's get a family going there. An official ox moving family. And hopefully that will start to solve... Yeah, look at that. We're already bringing in a bunch of planks. Okay, so that was probably what I was missing. You need somebody to handle the ox, and you need an 2-year span, so I think... 2-year span, so I think we can be okay there. Is anyone experiencing delays in the stream? I'm streaming it on my phone here as well to make sure that it's going okay. And once in a while I get buffers. I don't know if that's on my computer's end or on my phone's end that's happening. So if you're getting any buffering, let me know. I'll look into why it's doing that. Okay, fast forward time. Let's get these burgage plots expanded. Okay, we're doing good there. We've got tons of planks now, ooh, which means I can upgrade my storehouse, get proper storage going. So that's good. So you are getting buffering. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I will look into that. Before, if you've watched my previous streams, I was living in Vegas, and Vegas internet is terrific generally because it's a big modern town. I was on fiber, and all of their internet lines are buried in Vegas. They built that town right. Unfortunately, I'm out here in western North Carolina now, location of all the hurricane and all that other terrible stuff that happened. And it's a much older infrastructure on the east coast of the United States. Everything is just hanging from wires, and if a big wind picks up, I lose internet. It's silly. So I just have to kind of put my ISP to task and have them fix my internet line. I mean, I have fiber. It's fast internet, but it's only fast when it works, which isn't all the time. Requirements not met. What? Fuel? What do you mean you don't have fuel? There's tons of fuel. Sounds to me like y'all are not taking the trip over to the marketplace. Lazy, lazy people. Oh, it could also be because my storehouse is under construction, so they're not delivering it, maybe? I don't know. Get to work, folks. Come on, one more log. That's all I need. There it is. Oh yeah, that's gotta be what it is, because now everyone's unhappy. There you go. Let's get a second worker there. I think we've got enough need for a second stall. Alright, what do we need now? So we've got... everything's upgraded pretty well. Burgage plots, get these all upgraded. And we're going to start to bring in a decent tax income. It's not going to be a ton, but it's something. I don't want to waste goats. For a PC, let's see here. I've got a AMD, what is this? A Ryzen 7, I think 3800 3D. Let me just look real quick. It's a really good processor for this form factor. Let me look. We've got Ryzen 7 5800X 3D 8-core. It's pretty much the best in its form factor. It's best I can get for this particular AM. I think it's AM4. And 32 gigs of memory. I've got a 3800 Ti. NVIDIA GeForce 38. Or 38, not 3800, I'm sorry, 3860 Ti? 3880? What the heck do I have? Let's go into... I'm drawing a blank. I should... 3080 Ti, I bet is what it is. It's a good video card. I'm going to be getting the 5000 series, probably 5090 when it comes out. Maybe not when it comes out, because it's going to be some stupid price, like $5,000. Yeah, 3080 Ti is what I have now. So I've got a pretty good rig. It can definitely run this game. Alright, what's my next upgrade requirement? I'll need level 3s for this one, which is going to require, let's see here, another source of food, another source of clothing, which will be flax, better church, and ale. So this is when it gets serious. But I need a source of income first. Proper income, not just tax income. This is a libertarian village, okay? We don't want to burden the people more than we have to. I'll build my 2 apiaries right next to my houses. If you're walking home from work, just don't get stung. Oh, I think I was gonna put my tavern right here. Crap, I forgot about that. Well, I can put it down here. It's no biggie. Oh, you've never played Manorlords? Yeah, you should definitely check it out. It's pretty much just one guy making this game. So the updates are, they're very slow. They're very slow updates, but they're significant updates when he puts them out. So if you're looking for a game that's continuously updated, you might want to hold off on it, especially on Game Pass. I don't know if they push the same updates through there as they do on Steam, but it's a really solid game. It's very, I don't want to say perfectly historical, but it's much more historically in line. You could tell there was no corporate decision making or anything when they made this game. Like, it's not politically correct. It's politically, or it's historically correct, which is what games should be. I mean, you have the women and the children are working the house and working the farm behind their house while the man's out doing the hard labor. It's very much in line with actual historical setting. So if you're easily offended, you might not want to play that. But yeah, I strongly recommend it. It's a cool game. I've played it on and off since it came out. And since the new update just came out, which added bridges and I think a rework to the trade system and stuff, figured I'd give it another go. And it's early in the morning. My kid is still sleeping, so I have free time. Something I don't get a lot of. Alright, what are we at? 15 people. 13 constructed. What? No, there's no way. Alright, what is our next step? Because we are doing really well. We've got food. Yes, it is definitely a based game, that's for sure. Well, I'm too old to use that word, but it is. Okay, our apiaries need workers. Ooh. And they make honey, and I think my people can eat the honey as a food source. Let's increase our... Okay, let's see. We have money now. A little bit. I can open up a trade route, but I'm not really producing anything that matters. So I shouldn't do that yet. I think our next step is going to be majorly upgrading the village and getting actual food production going, like as in farming. So here we go. This is going to cost me a fortune in supplies, but must happen. In fact, let's do this. Just because I'll be OCD if it's not perfectly straight. Let's do that. Let's build a bunch of houses. There we go. Look at that. I mean, that's kind of overkill. I don't need this many houses with long... Yeah, you know what? Cancel that. We're gonna change it up a little bit. I don't need all those houses with burgage plots that are huge like that for farming. It's kind of a waste of space at this point. So instead, we're gonna make them a little bit shorter. Oops. There we go. Let's build some houses. With much shorter yards so that I can put in like chicken coops or other producing things. Now let's see, can I fit in a tavern here? Oh, I can! Look at that! Haha! It's like I planned this or something. Alright, sweet. Sweet. Oh yeah, this is one of my better towns, I think. Since we have money, let's add in a few more vegetable gardens. Make sure our people are well fed. Oh, I don't have that much money. That's okay. And now we're just going to fast forward time, get our population properly increased, and be able to expand into farming, which is going to be down here. And the way you want to do farming is you want 3 different fields, each of them with a different type of crop. And then each year that crop changes. That way they're constantly doing crop rotation. If you don't know what crop rotation is, well, you probably don't because they don't teach it in school like they should. But basically, if you grow the same thing in the same spot year after year, the yield decreases because it depletes the soil. That's where we got the Dust Bowl from, for example, back in the 20s. So if we are rotating the type of crop every year, the fertility generally stays the same because it's not pulling the same type of nutrients out of the ground. In real life, it doesn't quite work that way. Crop rotation is more, you just don't grow anything for a year or two on that spot. But in the game, they let us rotate crops, which is pretty cool. We're doing it in fast forward right now because there's a lot of stuff to replace. Can we put a vegetable garden in there yet? No, we're just short on money. How are we doing on the apiaries? I don't really know how these work. Pantry. I mean, do they sell their stuff at the market? Like, I've never used the apiary. Common goods, food stall. I'm not sure where that food is. Oh, well, there's 5 honey somewhere. So they are producing. Yeah, alright, well, cool. I'll let them do their thing. It looks like I have a huge surplus of vegetables now. Soon, I'll be able to start selling those on the trading post. But for now, no. Okay, so we keep the burgage plots going. Get all these built. We've got our tavern. We've got everything we need to start farming. So now we need to actually build stuff to farm with. Let's go field. And emmer. Emmer is just like your common wheat. 2, 3. We'll make it about this wide. Now, if I remember, it needs to be about 1 Morgan. Shoot. Nope. Canceled. Alright, let's try this again. Start from here to here. Okay, about 1 Morgan for field. Yep, that's good. Let me slow it down. I'm going too fast here. And then our second field. Same thing, about 1 Morgan wide. Nope. Whatever a Morgan is. I know a person named Morgan. Okay, 1 wide, yep. That's what we want. And then 1 more field over here. It's about 1. Okay, perfect. So we've got our 3 fields. Should be enough to feed a massive population eventually. So we want to go to crop rotation. First year, we want this to be wheat, which is emmer. I don't know why they call it 2 different things. Second year, we want it to be barley and then flax. And then make sure crop rotation is on. We're good there. Next field, we want to be barley, flax, then wheat. Crop rotation is on. And the third field is flax, wheat, barley. Basically, if you were scrolling top to bottom, that's what it would look like. Now we have our 3 fields set. These will constantly be rotating, so we'll always be bringing in 1 of everything. Now, not all the fertilities are that great. For example, if I go to... so emmer fertility is great. It's going to grow great everywhere. Flax, not so much. It's going to grow pretty poorly on all these fields. Barley, it's going to grow okay down here. Eventually we're going to grow rye, but I haven't unlocked that technology, so no farmhouse. Yeah, so that's the next step. So we're going to go up to, where is it? The farmhouse, which is basically just a central hub for the farmers to go and drop all their food off at. We'll do that. In fact, no, we'll do it here. We don't need to overthink it. Get our farmhouse down and let them do their building. This is a good time to be building the farmhouse because it's coming up on winter, which means they won't plant and then instantly harvest it, which ruins the fertility. They'll just get the farmhouse ready for next season. And in the meantime, I'm growing vegetables and stuff up here, so I should be fine for another year or 2. Technically, you can get by with never having built a farm if you want your village to never have more than level 2 houses. However, we do want more than level 2 houses, so we're not going to do that. So our storehouse is looking good. I think our granary, it doesn't really need an upgrade yet, so I'm going to leave it as is. I don't want to do extra work here. I'm as lazy as my peasants. Alright, let's see. Farmhouse. Oh, and then the farmhouse is going to require a windmill to turn grain into flour. We want that efficiency to be as high as possible. Now, if I remember right, once the house is up, it blocks the wind, so this 99% isn't accurate. So I'm going to wait until that farmhouse is done to get a better idea of how far away I actually need to build the windmill. Or yeah, they're called windmills, aren't they? Yeah. But in the meantime, I can put an oven up. Let's get that guy going. Go, little peoples. Do your work. Now, I wonder, do apiaries produce in the winter? I would assume not, if it's like real life. I don't think bees do much pollen gathering if everything's covered in snow. Very good, very good. Farmhouse is going. So after the farmhouse is done and the communal oven is done, we'll check to see where we need to put the windmill. It shouldn't need to be too far away. And once that's placed, we have everything in place. Now, food production is a major labor user. It uses tons and tons of people. You can micromanage it a little bit. You don't need farmers all year round, especially in the winter. They're not doing anything. But generally, because I don't want to be going and clicking on things nonstop, I just keep them employed at the farmhouse. I don't unemploy them unless I'm desperate for workers. Okay, so farmhouse is up. Let's put the windmill up. And, oh yeah, it's still got 100% efficiency. Cool, I guess the building doesn't matter. So, windmill goes up. We've got our communal oven. That's going to require firewood. So, let's see. How are we doing on firewood right now? 20 months. Yeah, we're pretty good. So, communal oven. Okay, so everything's in place to properly start farming at the beginning of the year. So the next thing we need to figure out is an income source so that I can start bringing in barley. Now, eventually I'll be growing my own barley, but it won't be enough to sustain my village for a year. Later on, I can build an actual barley field. Let's see here. So the barley fertility is down here. I don't have enough people to work 4 different fields at the moment, so for now I'm going to import that barley. It's not that hard to do. I just need to find something that I produce a lot of that I can export. Looks like at the moment that's firewood, but that's a false thing because I'll need that firewood as I grow. So I could probably go with planks. Ooh, that reminds me. Oh shoot. I need to start regrowing the forest. I've deforested everything around me. Shoot, forgot about that. Okay, Forester's hut. In you go. So Forester's gonna do his thing. You hope they will also renew the military principle to make it much more humane. What do you mean? Like, okay, so watch the army just run around the map. It doesn't make sense. Talking about the AI army that kind of just does its own thing and just goes to random spots. This is a new map that came out with a new patch. Carry food and carry equipment. Oh, you mean like a logistics system? Yeah, I could see that. But this map is a smorgasbord. It's sort of a one long map. If I can bring in income, though, I can conquer my neighbors, no problem. So let's see. I think I'm going to start exporting boards, which means we need to employ someone at the trading post. And let's trade in planks. It's a very easy trade route to establish. It's only 12 gold. And they give me 2 gold per plank. So let's set our allow foreign trade. Yeah, I did that. What am I missing here? Ah, here we go. Export. Export, and then our desired surplus is, we'll set it to 20. Because our actual production is set to 40, which means my sawmill will always try to keep it at 40. My trader will always try to keep it at 20. So we'll have a constant 20 being traded, but we won't kill ourselves if we actually need boards at some point. Okay, cool. Export is set. It's not going to be a ton of money initially, but it's something. Let's get another vegetable garden going. I've played a lot of ones where my people starve, so I'm a little overly nervous when it comes to the food situation. Okay, these are good. And then, what am I at? So I'm at 17 families out of 19 houses, so I don't need to build any more at the moment. So yeah, all that's left to do is just wait for spring and start planting. And we'll see if my trading post does its job. I think I'm gonna need another... where is he at? Where are you at? There you go, stable. I'm gonna need another ox here soon. Might as well nip that in the bud since we've got time. Yeah, there we go, 20 money. Now I'm starting to get paid. Money, money, money! Money! I find it interesting, they don't have a supply of food, but the market is right there. Like, how close do you have to be to actually access the market? And the thing is, if I build another market, people won't put stalls there. So I'm not really sure. It seems like the way the game is now, you have to have an initial... you have to have everything built around the marketplace very, very close to it. Anything after that, it just won't work. Hopefully that changes, but that does seem to be the case right now. Okay, let's get another ox for our hitching post. That should be more than enough for quite a while. So we're not gonna get any more. Woodcutter's good. Everything's good. I mean, the village is in great shape. Now we just need additional clothing supplies, additional food supply, which is going to come with the bread. And then we have to get our tavern going, which means we need someone producing beer. So I'll get this guy, turn him into a brewery. But I need to upgrade him first, which requires access to literally anything, which he has no access to. Oh, because there's nobody living there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, keep going, time. We're in January. New family started moving in. Now, I've done the herb garden thing before. I don't know if it actually does anything. I know you gather herbs, but I don't know if they're used yet. Maybe they patched that in recently, I'm not sure. So for now, I kind of just leave it be. Don't build an herb garden. Doesn't seem to make a difference. And it seems like the apiaries do work in the winter, which isn't very realistic, but hey, free food is free food. Yeah, might as well. I can, so I will. How's my stone deposit doing? 68 left. We're good there. Okay, we're almost in planting season, so I need to start employing farmers. I'm going to max out my workforce to do that. I need... Man, I'm not used to talking this early in the morning. I'm going to need more workers, actually. Where can I pull my workers from? Don't know if I can really pull them from anywhere. Which means more slaves. Okay, I mean more peasants, right? So let's build more huses. I wonder, maybe they fixed it? Maybe the market actually, maybe you can have two marketplaces? I don't think you can. I don't want to waste the space. It's premium space. Forget it. I'm just building houses. They'll just be level 1 losers. Get in, losers. Let's lose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plots versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be the same either way. Yeah, we'll do that. I can't build them because I have no people living there. I have no extra labor. So we've got 20 workers out of 19 constructed houses. I don't understand that, but okay. Ooh, I also need to build my castle. Let's get that up. I've found that the modules don't really matter at the moment. You can build castle walls and the AI kind of is broken and can't breach them, but it would be a very large castle. So let's see. Garrison Tower and tax office doesn't do anything yet. So yeah, I don't really need to add anything more to my castle. Just make it a castle. I think it counts as a extra living space too, so I'll get additional population that way. Where can I borrow people from? Okay, who's got more than one worker? Alright, storehouse is gonna have to drop one. Saw pit doesn't need 2 workers, that's for sure. Okay, there we go. We found our people. Which means I'll put another one to work at the farmhouse, because we're going to need lots of farmers initially tilling the fields. And we are just about to hit spring. Alright, storehouse is good. Granary is being upgraded now. Logging camp has 1 worker. Woodcutter lodge has 1 worker. We don't have a forester yet, so yeah, we definitely need more people in our village. That's pretty much what Manorlords is constantly fighting against not enough people and too many people to feed. Right now we're at the not enough people stage. We're doing okay on food, especially now that the New Year's hit. They're going to start foraging berries again. And there's our little farmers farming away. As you can see, we need more. Oh my gosh, we need so many farmers. It's ridiculous. The sooner they get those fields tilled, that's hard to say, the sooner it starts growing food. Because they have to plant still. Oh my gosh, I still need more people. Not good. I'm going to need a lot more people. I'm going to need like 20 more people. And of course, it's broken to where if you're not right next to the marketplace, you don't get the goods. So these people aren't getting any amenities right now. Annoyingly enough. Alright, granary is upgraded. Okay, we're set there. Now, once these are done being built, I can put the last guy to work as a farmer as well. It's crazy how many farmers you actually need to till 3 fields. Okay, are these all done? Nope, that one's still building. This one's gonna need to be upgraded. Yeah, I'm just gonna need that 1 worker constantly building. Alright, they're planting now. We're in April, so we're starting a little late into the spring, but we should still get a pretty good harvest. Let's see, flax is only 58%, barley's 60%, which isn't that great. But wheat is 98%, so we're gonna get a massive harvest of wheat this first year. Now, I don't know if he's patched it since the last one, but I do know that after they harvest the wheat in the autumn, they will actually start planting the next year's harvest, which lowers the fertility of the field. It's a pain in the butt. I don't know why they do that, or if I'm missing something. Hopefully they've patched that out, but who knows. Okay, so they finished for the spring. Everything's planted, and now it's just going to sit here and grow. So if I needed the additional hands, I could reduce the workforce at my farmhouse. As I was saying earlier, I try not to micromanage it and just leave it as is. It just depends on how desperate I am for workers. At the moment, I am not super desperate. My burgage plots are coming up. I've got additional room now. And everything's producing. I think I have my castle coming up over here. Money-wise, we're doing pretty good. This is not a cheat, but sort of a thing to know if you want to win quickly. You can go to your army once you've got money coming in, and you can hire mercenaries. They're not particularly expensive. So 3 units of light mercenary infantry and archers is 90. I've already passed 90 just selling boards, and boards aren't even valuable. Once I start selling real goods, like if I decide to do beeswax or something, I'm going to start bringing in a fortune, and I can make my entire army a mercenary army. And for those who weren't with me at the start of today's playthrough, I'm playing a very, very easy version, which is basically where the AI is reactive only. They don't come after me. So if they are actually coming after you, it's a bit more of a challenge. But since it's early in the morning, I'm just doing kind of more of a civilian build run instead of a dangerous fighting everyone constantly run. I'll do that another day. And we've got all of our burgage plots, so they are getting all their food. I could build a whole bunch more. Our food situation is incredibly good right now. We're very good on vegetables, as you can see. Well, okay, we're not very good, but a lot of those vegetables are held inside the houses. If I click on here, 14 in this one, 35 in this one. So a lot of these plots are holding on to their own vegetables, and as each year progresses, they start to sell those more and more through the marketplace. So yeah, we're doing pretty good there. We're going to turn the rest of these into vegetable producers. There we go. Makes us broke again pretty much, but we'll get that money back. Alright, so this whole line is just tons and tons of farms. This alone will feed a massive population of probably 50 or 60 people at least, 50 or 60 families. However, if we ever want to upgrade these past level 2, we're going to need additional food types. That's why we're doing these other fields with barley and wheat and whatnot. Which reminds me, I'm going to need people working in the windmill and people working in the oven to actually stockpile 10 fuel, to actually produce that bread. But for the moment, we're in spring, we don't need to worry about that. So let's fast forward. 22 now. Okay, it looks like our manor is just about done, our little keep. Just needs some more stone. There we go. Which should increase my population, I think. Low approval. Why is your approval low? Because you have access to nothing, even though it's literally right there across the street from you. You don't have access, because you're stupid. So let's drop another in the storehouse, I guess. Another in the granary. I don't know if having additional stalls makes a difference if they're in the same area. But just in case, we're going to do that and see if it matters. And we have to get an additional clothing supply, which requires even more people. I may have kind of screwed myself here. I just realized I put the marketplace next to the creek, which is next to a cliff. So I can't expand my village out this way at all. That may have really screwed me over. I'm not sure. I could build an additional village over here and a marketplace, but like I was saying earlier, I don't think the marketplace is double. I don't think you can populate a second marketplace unless I'm missing how to do that. See, it shows where they're supplied from. So if I put another one over here, is it gonna... No? Oh, do I have my forester populated yet? No, I don't. I have so many things that need people and not enough people to do it. So yeah, we're going to try it. Let's go that way. Okay. We're gonna try to build a second part of our village. I honestly don't know if it's gonna work. But hey, here's to try, and that's why we're gamers, right? We like to try new things and figure stuff out. That requires more wood than I have. Okay. Um, do I have enough wood to do this many? Yes, I do. Cool. Alright, so we're going to fast forward time again. The constant struggle between population and food. The forager hut is actually full. Wow. So we are really, really good on berries. Like, insanely good. We have more berries than we know what to do with. Let's put in a market area. Oh, it's playing Old Lang Syne. I like that song. Where is the market area? Am I crazy here? What am I missing? Granary. Slow down. That's what's happening. A fire ended. Whoa, we had a fire? Oh, shoot. Really? Did one of our burgage plots burn down? What is going on here? Okay, whatever. I need to focus on getting a marketplace up. Why am I... There it is. Okay. God, I couldn't remember where the freaking marketplace is. Alright. Again, I don't think it's gonna work. Pretty sure it's not, but we'll find out, won't we? Alright, there's your marketplace, folks. Are you gonna build it? Yeah, see, nobody's building any stalls there. I don't think it works. So that's something they should patch, for sure. You know what I can sell is berries. I've got so many berries, I don't know what to do with them all. Can I sell berries, actually? Yes, berries cost 60 to open the trade route, and they're worth 3 apiece? Really? Wow. Okay. So let's keep a stock of 100. No, not 90, 100. 100. And I think I still have to open the trade route in order to get the dedicated merchant to actually come and buy them. Okay, so we have enough to get a forester finally and start fixing our deforestation issue. Policies available. What? Oh, look at that. Wild animals on rich deposits breed twice as fast. No, they're useless. Citizens skip every 5th meal, but it decreases approval, and then these are still locked in early access. So neither of these is really useful at all. So I think I'll just not. This one is kind of useful when your city's starving. The approval reduction isn't very big, but there's no need. We've got tons of food right now. And then there's our empty marketplace, not working like I expected. Okay, good. Now we're making money. So let's open up that berry trade route, which is gonna start bringing in the big cash. We're exporting berries, which means I should probably start foraging more. And this money is how we're going to buy our army and conquer our neighbor. Once we start selling those berries, we're going to really start getting rich. Okay, everything's good here. July, August, and I think September's when the harvest starts. We're going to have a great first harvest. But after that, it gets kind of sketchy. We're going to need to bring in somebody as the windmill guy and the oven guy. But we've got plenty of houses now. Should be good on that front, I think. Yep, everything's running smooth. But you can see the granary only supplies the first marketplace that you built. If I hire an additional guy... Oh, he goes to the new marketplace. Oh, happy days. Okay, cool. Well, that can kind of work. Alright, well, supposedly he supplies this granary. Yep, there it is. There's the food stall. Okay, so that's how that works. That's interesting. I don't know if that's always been the case and I just now figured it out, or if that is a newly patched thing, but it used to be that you could only supply one marketplace. But now I can supply two. I just have to hire additional help to do that. Interesting. So if I get another guy, I can assign him to the storehouse and he should supply firewood and stuff, which will feed all these folks right here. Even though right now the food stall's not supplying any of them for some reason.
This is heavier than it looks.
If I hit... Okay, I gotta wait for an additional family, and I've gotta do the harvest here soon, so these folks are gonna have to wait before they're upgradable. And these ones aren't getting access to this market. I guess it's too far. But basically my rich folks are going to be living right next to the marketplace. Alright, so let's do this. Let's see what happens. Yep, there we go. Reassigned it to this one. You can't see it because this stupid thing's in the way, but they should build something here with like a firewood stall. Yep, there it is. Common goods stall. And they'll start stocking it with firewood. Okay, cool. Well, now that I know that, I can make way bigger villages in future runs here in Vegas, Europe. I just need to start producing that there beer, which requires a lot more people. Oh, look at my money. I mean, I could win right now. I could just build a mercenary army and conquer my neighbor immediately, which I might do. What time is it? It's 9 something in the morning. I've been doing this for about 2 hours. Yeah, I think it might be conquest time. Now, this supposedly belongs to my neighbor, but I don't see him here. Where's he at? Will he show up? Oh, I bet he shows up when I try to conquer it. That's what it is. Okay, so how do I... It's been a while since I've done that. There's a way to claim the next territory. Claim with influence or claim with king's favor. And then the influence takes church, I think, which I have to tithe. So yeah, I'm not ready to conquer. I have to... Shoot, man. I have to start taxing my people, or tithing my people, to get influence in order to claim it. Okay, we're coming up on harvest time. Here they go. Look at my little dudes doing their thing. Get it, buddy. Get it. They harvest a lot quicker than they plant, it would seem. Okay, we're going to be bringing in bread, which will bring us a lot more people. Almost done. Exposed stocks are getting soaked. Well, they're picking them up. It's fine. So they pick up all the supplies that they've harvested and they bring it to the farmhouse. Yep, there it goes. Loading up. Very good. Alright, see, and look at this. They're tilling the fields for next year, which hurts the, what's it called? The fertility of the field. What they should be doing is just not doing that. But for some reason they do. I don't understand why. But we've got to get a windmill guy going so that he can start grinding this stuff down into flour. Once we get another guy to move in... Well, if anything, we can reduce our farm workforce at the moment. Just because we don't need them. Alright, there we go. So we've got our oven and our windmill ready to go. And then in the meantime, none of these folks... Are there any people living here? How do I tell? People. Nobody here. Okay, that's why they're not getting anything. Okay, so that's fine. We've got room for them to move in, though, which is good. So we have our multiple food supply. Let's upgrade you guys to level 2. We need a third food supply. Okay, so bread's not there yet. We need to turn that flax into something, which will bring us cloaks. Then we need to make beer. We need to do a lot of stuff, and we don't have the people for it. So let's turn you guys into... Oh, you've got to be level 2 for me to do that. Oh, shoot. Let's upgrade all y'all. No water access? Oh, I can fix that. Not enough goods? Do I not have any wood? Oh, I don't. What is happening over here? What's our logging camp doing? Buddy. Get busy, dude. Get you some wood. Okay, here comes winter. It's okay. We've got our farmhouse. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, so basically they won't transfer the wheat over to the windmill until they're not out in the field tilling it. So I think come December they'll start moving all this stuff over here to the windmill. It's kind of odd. You'd think the windmill guy would just go and pick it up from the farmhouse, but I guess not. Look at you guys ruining the field. And I'm gonna have to build... There we go. Okay, so we've got our water situation handled. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably call it here. I don't want to overstream for too long. But you guys get a little bit of a preview of how Manorlords works. The next step is a very time-consuming process. It's basically setting it up so that you can bring your buildings up to level 3, which requires ale, which requires barley, which has to be turned into hops, which has to be converted in one of these level 2 plots. Then you also need clay in order to get roof tiles for your level 3 buildings. You can turn that flax into clothes, which we can do now. We do have the flax at least. But all this next step requires a significant amount of time. And I won't leave you guys here all morning waiting for that. But yeah, thanks for watching it. And I'll try to stream more often. I'm working a full-time job now. I was working from home before. That's why I was able to make a lot more videos. I'm working real work now, which requires a lot more going into work, and when I get home I'm just freaking exhausted. So on these days like this where I have days off or weekends and stuff, then I'll try to stream more often, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, subscribe and all that crap.